everyone and welcome back. I'm Mr. Stoltz. Today's a very special day because I finally got my hands on the 9317 by EQT and Adidas. I missed out on the last one, so I'm really happy that I got this version right here. This boost is supposed to be insane and I'm really looking forward to trying it out. Alright, so the box is the typical blue and white box, and on the front it reads EQT Support 9317. You can see a picture of the shoe itself, and I got it in a size 11.5. So let's take it out. The first thing we see is that each individual shoe is individually wrapped. They come in this Adidas branded little paper. So let's take out the first one, here you go, and then the second one right here. Oh, that's a lot of paper. So here we got, put this one here for now. Here it is. It looks really good. The EQT Support 9317. Here it is, first impressions. There is a lot of things going on this shoe, both on the inside and the outside. There is a lot of things that Adidas had thought about when they designed this shoe. There is a lot of different things on each side of the shoe. Let's start straight away. Yes, so let's start talking about the toe box. The toe box is made out of prime knit, super soft as always, and it's utilizing this glitch camo pattern. And one cool thing about this shoe is that about 2/3 of the toe box is this typical glitch camo, and on the left side, or the inner side of the shoe, is stripes. So we have a lot of these black stripes that runs on the inner side of the shoe, and it's the same on both of the sides. Pretty cool. If we're moving up to the laces, we have all flat white laces. And at the bottom, we have a lace joint connector, and it says EQT. And this one is made out of leather. It's just a little nice added touch to the shoe. If you're looking underneath the laces, it is, I believe it is a dual layered prime knit. I'm not sure about that, but that's what I believe it is. First, I believe we have a layer of prime knit just like on the toe box, and then an additional layer of prime knit that is sewn in a special way with little squares that adds a little more harder material to the tongue. It's a really nice thing. I believe it is prime knit. I'm not 100% sure, so don't quote me on that, but that is what I believe it is. And at the top of the tongue, it says Equipment Adidas 9117. A little quick thing about the tongue. The tongue on this shoe is a burrito tongue. That means that it's only connected to one side of the shoe. The other side, it is actually loose. So some people like it, some people dislike it. For me, I actually like it because I believe if you have really wide feet and you have to loosen the laces and pull it out, this part right here will stick up a little bit. So it's gonna look more or less like this. It's the same thing for me if I lace it up and I wanna have a loose fit and I walk around like this and my feet comes up. This one is gonna go up a little bit. It is a little different design move. I have nothing against it. I think it looks very different and therefore it makes a different look that I like. But if you don't like this and if you have wide feet, it's gonna take it out like this however you do it. But if you have thin feet like me and you lace it up, you won't even notice a difference because it's gonna look like this. So what do you guys think? Are you annoyed by this tongue if you have wide feet, or if you just want to loose it up that it goes up like this? For me, it doesn't really matter, but I'm curious to see what you guys think about it. Looking at the side of the shoe, this is a lot of things is going on. That's the least I can say about this shoe. Both the outer side and the inside of this shoe, there's a lot of things going on. So we have the toe box here that continues down to the lower part right here. We have the same type of materials like on the tongue. Then we have the typical EQT 3 stripes. I'm not going to talk about the boost yet because that's the most exciting thing about this shoe. But moving back, we have this plastic part right here to add a little bit of stability, but also to add a little bit of an additional design aspect of the shoe. And if we're turning it around, you can see that everything changes from all white to a lot of colors. So at the front, the stripes, as I talked about before, and then the middle part, we have a different material. So this is suede. Really soft suede, adds a little nice touch. So if you're out walking like this, you see someone with this shoe on, it's all white, and if you turn around, we have this. It is pretty cool, and it is both things, same on both shoes. It says EQT Support, and one cool thing as well, that this suede here continues up to these lace holders in black, and on the other side of the shoe, it's white. Moving back on this side, it is white, and on the other side, we have this red turbo, almost pinkish color that transcends to the back of the shoe. And if you're looking at both of them, you can see that they transcend from the inner to the back of the shoe. So it's a pretty nice, cool transition that looks pretty good. So that is almost everything on the side of the shoe. Yes, it is. Now it's time to talk a little bit about the boost. What can I say about this midsole? Well, first of all, there is a lot of boost. There's almost a crazy amount of boost on this shoe. That's the same thing when I got the Yeezy Boost version 2 compared to version 1. I felt that there was a lot more boost going on, and I loved it. And this is the same thing about this shoe. There is so much boost all over it, especially on the back of the shoe. And that is paying off. That is really giving the people a really good ride on this shoe. So how can I best describe it? When you're walking with this shoe, it is, I mentioned a toad before when it flattens out on the V2 Yeezy Boost, but here it is a crazy amount of boost. It feels like it's squishing out on the sides, and it's not only the front, it's the back, it's also the front, but especially the back, because there's a lot from the very back to almost the mid part of the shoe. It feels like you're walking on cloud, on air, on balloons, on whatever it is. It's really, really good. This is excellent. I'm really loving this shoe. When you're putting it on, it is a crazy amount of boost. It is a lifestyle shoe. Don't get me wrong. This is not a running shoe. So if you're buying this and you are thinking, hey, Mr. Stoltz, you're talking a lot about boost. Is it good for running? No, I would not recommend this for running, and I'll get into that a little bit, talking about the outsole of the shoe. But it is, for a lifestyle shoe, probably one of the most comfortable shoes on the market. And yes, the Ultra Boost is comfortable, but maybe this one is a little bit more, it's a different kind of boost, and maybe I'll make a video comparing this to an Ultra Boost. I'm still thinking about it. Maybe yes, no, leave a comment. Excellent boost. I love it. So I think that they're doing on this shoe is a sculpted boost. So one thing that I really like, in the middle part of the shoe, we have the 3 stripes, and this is a sculpted boost. This is one thing that we haven't really seen before. We've seen it a little bit, but on this one, they've actually taken to the next level. So we have different levels at depth. So that's a cool thing. The design aspect of this shoe is a really good thing, because you're adding this sculpted boost. 3 stripes here in the back. It goes in a little bit and then outwards. There is a lot of boost. I can only speak well about the boost on this shoe. Taking a look at the back of the shoe, there's not a lot of things going on. We have the continuation of the pinkish red color goes to the back. We have a nylon tongue. This is really big, and it makes it easy to put on the shoe. It's not a hard shoe, because if you're taking off the tongue like this, you see it's gonna be super easy to put it in, so it's not gonna be a hard shoe. And nylon, this panel right here, and then the boost. So that was it on the back. Taking a look at the inside of this shoe, first of all, it's an ortholite insole, so that's always a really good thing, because it keeps that moisture away and a lot of other good things. Excellent thing. One thing is that this one is now glued, so you can't remove it. It's stuck in here. Some people are saying that it's a good thing, it's a bad thing. Like on the Ultra Boost, you can just remove it and then place something else in. Let's pretend that it is a little bit too snug fitted, so you want to remove it, and then you can easily fit your feet in here. On this shoe, you cannot do that, so if it's too tight, then maybe you have to go up half a size. I I really like it. It's a green insole. It says equipment Adidas Advanced 9170. Taking a look at the outsole of this shoe. One thing that I gotta say is that I think that I mentioned this before, but it looks good, doesn't it? It looks excellent with a white outsole, clean, nice, but it doesn't stay clean for nothing. It looks really bad. I can walk with this one indoors and it will get dirty really quick. So if you're just walking out for 5 minutes, this one will become black, gray, whatever. So it will only look good when it's inside of the box. And that's it. I'm a big fan of white outsoles, but it looks good when you're not using it, but as soon as you're gonna use it, it's gonna look like beep. Yeah, I don't want to say it, but I censored myself. It's not gonna look really, really good. Feels good, looks good right now, but no, not before you've used it. After you used it, it's gonna look like crap. Yes. So this was my little rant. That's probably the only negative thing about this shoe. That's the reason why I probably liked the previous colorway that was released, because it had a black outsole. But enough about that. A really good outsole. Follows the shape of the surface. It is really soft, so if you're walking on a stone or something like that, it will adapt to that ground. It is a little bit wider. It's not a running shoes normally. This is not a running shoe, but I just want to compare it a little bit to a lot of running shoes. That it's going to be a lot narrower. This one is a lot wider. So if you're out walking, it's going to be more like a toad. It's going to be flatter. And with all this boost going on, it's going to be a really comfortable ride. And I love it. Yes, super. Let's see what this one looks like on feet. That was my little review of this new EQT Support 9317, and I gotta say that except the outsole that gets dirty really quickly, this is an excellent shoe. It's probably one of the most comfortable shoes I've ever had on my feet. It is extremely comfortable. Everything about this shoe is excellent. For some people, the tongue might be a little discomfort, especially with wider feet, but for me, there is nothing bad at all. I'm loving this shoe. There is so much going on all over the place. It is a little bit big. Like if you're walking with it, you can actually feel that it's big, especially on the back. But that's not the bad thing. I love this kind of model, so for me, it's not a big thing. But I've read some comments saying that, oh, it looks so chunky. But for me, I don't notice that at all. How about you guys? Do you think this is a chunky shoe, or do you think that no, this is a perfect shoe for me? Other than that, I'm loving the prime knit all the way around. The boost is amazing. A little bit of suede in the middle. Really, really nice shoe. Only good things about this shoe. So that was it. So thanks for watching, guys. Yeah. So I'll see you guys next week. Leave a comment down below if you want to see me do a comparison of this one and Ultra Boost. All right, that was it. Take care, guys. See you next week.